Hey friends, Dr. Christy here, and I think it's about time that I weigh in on the topic and my opinions and share my perspective about perimenopause. It is getting so much attention right now, and for good reason. For too many years, women's health has just been pushed off to the side. Women have been gaslighted, and it's just not okay anymore. So I'm really glad that this is getting more attention and more support from all different types of medical professionals. However, I really wanted to talk about the fact that perimenopause should be a transition, not a crisis. Of course, women at 45 years old, we are not the same humans that we were when we were 25 years old. So it is not expected for us to feel the same, think the same, hormonally work the same. As we wind down in our reproductive years, this is just a normal part of aging. And I do believe that while hormone replacement therapy can absolutely be a fantastic tool for many women, first of all, it's not the only tool. And second of all, I believe that if it's a tool that you use without addressing other factors in your health, it could be detrimental. So here's the situation. This time of our life tends to be one of the most stressful. Oftentimes, women at our age, in our 40s and early 50s, we are caring for aging parents. We are raising a family. We may be sending kids to college. We're also trying to excel with our own ambitions and our own careers, which is, I think I've heard that this is the time of our lives where we're at our peak in our career, right? And we're trying to still maintain our relationship and our own autonomy and our own identity and our own joys and our own excitements and things that we want to accomplish in our own personal life. Add all that together, it is a perfect storm as soon as your hormones start crashing. Now, I've mentioned this in previous videos with regard to the adrenal glands being really, really important in the transition of menopause. When your ovaries are kind of getting ready to retire and they're starting to produce a little bit less hormones, they go knock upstairs on the adrenals door and say, hey, adrenals, I know you guys are capable of producing some of these hormones too. Can you pick up our slack? We're kind of winding down. We've done a really good job for a good 40 years here. Please help us out. We want to take our retirement. Can you help us and allow this woman who we've been supporting together all these years, can you help this transition so it's a little bit easier on her? And in a healthy, balanced woman who has not burnt herself out, the adrenals will go, sure, we got you, retire. We will continue on from here. In most of us, the adrenals go, yeah, I don't think so. We are burnt out too. We've been done for years. So sorry, this woman is screwed. And that's where progesterone becomes a little bitch. Sorry for my French, but it's true. All these hormones becomes little bitches because we just don't have the same level of balance that we used to rely on. Our resiliency tanks. We no longer can handle simple stressors that we used to long ago. So this is where it becomes a very nuanced approach. You introduce hormone replacement therapy without managing stress, without managing diet, without making sure that you have a good solid exercise routine, without making sure that you are eating enough protein, having good sleep hygiene, balancing your mental and emotional health, doing all these types of things, right? So many things we can get into. We've talked about self-care ad nauseum. But if you do HRT without addressing all those other components of health, including your gut and all these things, you're missing the boat. And HRT is a Band-Aid. Now, again, Band-Aids are important. If you are bleeding out, a Band-Aid will save your life. But what's going to stop you from bleeding out long term? The Band-Aid is a short-term approach. So I just wanted to keep this in mind and put my perspective out there. Again, years ago, if you asked me, I would have been very against HRT. I'm no longer against HRT. Hormone replacement therapy can be, especially if used properly and used with a proper professional where you're managing the hormones properly, you're doing bioidenticals, you're measuring and checking regularly instead of just shooting blanks, can be very helpful and very valuable for women. And it's not the only thing. And so I really encourage you to do your research, check in with your own body because not everybody is the same. Not everybody needs the same things. Sometimes nutritional supplementation, sometimes glandular support, sometimes just changing your diet or lifestyle or adding herbs. All these things can be helpful and sometimes can be better longer term than just jumping to the HRT approach. So long video, but I just wanted to get my opinion out there really quick. And wanted to share, hopefully in the new year in 2026, I will try to put together a hormone course where we will address all of these components of things, break down all the different steps and options and strategies that we have as women to empower ourselves during this time, instead of feeling like we're just totally in crisis and banging our head against a wall. Because let's be honest, some days are like that, but they don't have to be. So again, just my thoughts out there. Hope to talk with you all soon. If you have any questions, drop them below. Have a good day.